Hey everyone, this is Rob,
Hey, Michelle.
and welcome to Bunebape, your weekly podcast and everything you need to know about old school RuneScape.
Meet Merp.
Merp. All right, so this week up on the docket, of course, as always, we're going to be starting off with what we have been up to, as well as some RuneScape news, and then we'll be going into the update for this week,
Yeah,
which is Barbarian Training, Forestry, and more.
yeah. Actually, some small but like kind of nice little things going on.
Yeah, just a lot of really small things. Honestly, nothing too crazy this week.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of a
Slower week.
kind of a mid update, but anyways. Then we'll be ending off with our typical Q&A. Of course, if you want to participate in the Q&A, feel free to ask us questions on any of our socials, but especially discord.gg/Bunebape, where we have a questions channel. Feel free to ask us real life about OSRS or any other game, really. And before we get into any of that exciting stuff, Michelle, how's it going?
It's going well. I did want to say, before anything else, that Robert is sick right now. So if he sounds sick at any point, that's why. Usually, if there's less updates, we try to find stuff like from Reddit to talk about. We didn't even do that this week because we're not going to do it longer than we need to since he's sick.
I
And
did
that
find
just.
some stuff.
Oh, you did find some stuff actually. Okay, no.
Well, it's not super exciting, but
Yeah.
it is some stuff.
Okay, well, less than normal, but because he literally has like a cough drop in his mouth, by the way, if you could hear it.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, he was messing with me before. I was like, you can't just like do that. And he was just like moving it very noisily in his mouth. And I was like, bro, I swear you better not.
Shout out to Ricola.
Ricola. He's like, I found some interesting things on Reddit, and he's on a picture of a fluffy dog he saw yesterday. Some very important things I need to share with you all.
It
I
is.
saw a Samoyed. I'm
It's
actually very
really
jealous.
important.
It's a really fluffy dog. And now it's a blood butt. Okay, anyway, on to my updates. Last week I had the second week of Bunefest. I did my Guildmaster Jane cosplay, and that was a lot of fun. I really actually liked that cosplay, and it was pretty easy. I didn't last with the hat very long because I started to get a headache because I'm a baby and can't handle wearing hats, I guess. Um, Also, we did Barbarian Assault for our little boss bash. Wraith won it for the second week in a row. So this next week, Friday, it's gonna be February 16th, early morning, February 17th. If you're in the EU, if you guys want to stop by, we're gonna be doing Nightmare or Fasani's, whatever your choice. Whoever makes the most money will win a bond. If Wraith wins again, we're just gonna give it to second place, I think, because that's just ridiculous.
Damn, that's messed up.
Ray said he's just not going to be in the competition because he's like, I'm just going to do Fasani's and not enter. And I was like, no, just enter and we'll just give it to second place. Because he feels bad that he keeps winning it.
He's got unlimited members.
It's because he's just stuck with Attacker the entire time of Barbarian Assault. Eileen was really close, but Eileen was switching roles. And I think that Attacker just gets the most points. None of us got the pet though. I don't think I told you. I have a sound alert on my channel now for... It's basically $20 in bits, and it's a collection log slot completed. And dating the little hoe played it when I was doing my high gambling to make me think I got the pet. It was like a split second I thought I got the pet, and I like was glancing around, like looking at the screen. I didn't want to get excited, and then I looked over and saw the bit thing playing on the screen, and I was like, "Why would you do that?"
Dude,
It was
almost.
messed up. It
Maybe
was
next time.
easy $20. It just cost me a year of my life from sadness. But yeah, it was fun. This week I'm doing cosplay as someone whose name I can't pronounce. It's like one Iromancer. How do you pronounce that?
It's one Iron Mancer.
One Ironmancer. Oh, one Ironmancer. They're the ones at I think it's the Astral rune.
Oh, there's no N, so it's one Iromancer.
One Iromancer. Oh, okay. One Iromancer. There we go. But yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube, you could see I started making like a little headband and stuff. I need to go make a gold circle to go on it. The gold, I guess, isn't going to show up well with the green screen, but that's okay. I'm excited for it. I've been really having so much fun with the cosplays every week. And somebody, shout out Repressed Whale, they bought me 2 things off my Throne wishlist for another cosplay. If it's here next week, I'm going to do it next week because I'm really excited about it. And I still have a few more lined up, like Sandwich Lady's really easy.
Yeah,
A couple others.
it's pretty good cosplay idea.
Yeah.
The stuff that you got.
Hopefully it works. I don't know how long I could wear it though, you know? I'm not going to
The
say
whole time.
drinking coffee.
Yeah.
You'll see why that's funny once I get it. But yeah, then this week I've just been sitting a lot of tobs. We've been sitting a lot of hard modes too, actually. We finally got Wraith to join more because Wraith didn't like that we just go and die and reset. And I'm like, okay, that's part of learning. So to be fair, that was when there was 3 learners and 2 teachers. But with just me and Wraith being the learners in it, we sent some, and Wraith actually got back-to-back kits.
Yeah.
Yeah, for each of the
Pretty
sides
lucky.
at like 6 and 7 KC. It was nuts.
Yeah, the recolors for the sides are actually really cool.
I know. He got the holy kit and he's like, well, I'm just going to use this on like the Sanguinesti, whatever, like the staff. And then literally the next raid got the blood scythe. And it's like, oh, okay, never mind then.
There you go, he's done.
Yeah, actually just has to get the dust and then done. I ended up staying up late to send a third one because we're like, okay, wait, you might actually just get the dust. Let's send one more. But
And he only got the pet.
imagine, God, he probably would.
No, he didn't get it. Unfortunate.
Next week though, surely. But in one of those, the first raid, it was also, we were going for back-to-back because I got an Avernic in my knee. Wow. That's my 3rd Avernic. I have 5 purples and 3 of them are just Avernics, which I mean is better than having 3 Justy, so can't complain. But so we only got 2 purples this week. That's weird. It was 2 Avernics. So I got like 30 mil from those.
Yeah, it's a pretty good split, at least.
Yeah.
It wasn't
30.
just dusty, so.
Exactly. And I make like, I don't know, probably like 5 mil a night just from like regular drops. We've been sending like 10 tubs a night. It's really cool. But for 5 days, 5 streams in a row, we actually got a purple every night. It was really nice.
Yeah.
I think we got an Avernic every one of those nights too.
Yeah, everyone's getting a Vernix.
It feels
they're,
like
they're
it.
free.
But now the past 2 streams, we haven't even gotten purples. We're being scammed. And I'm not even going to go back to top again until Sunday because of the boss bash stuff. So whatever, I guess. And real life, I had a follow-up interview with my interview last week. So that was pretty cool. Don't know how it's going to go, but it's nice to be interviewing, and trying to be professional is kind of fun. So
Yeah, they said that you suck, right?
no, the first one that I had last week, actually, I don't think I even mentioned it because I don't know if I did. It went really well. Oh, yeah, I did because I was feeling very confident after. The second one, I think, also went pretty well. She didn't give as much feedback during the interview as the first person did because the first person just kept being like, oh, I like that answer. Like, that's really good and stuff. Second woman, she didn't give as much feedback, but I think it went okay. Her only concern seemed like, if I moved to the Netherlands eventually, like, how would the hours work? And I was like, I already work weird hours. I have no problem working weird hours over there. And that's
Yeah.
like years away anyway, probably.
It'd be in the middle of the night.
Yeah. I mean, she said I work Eastern time at least, so it wouldn't be quite as bad.
Okay.
Yeah. But, yeah, so really cool real life stuff happening. Haven't been doing videos, but still been playing shorts out every night and still enjoying that. If I do get this job, we're still going to do the podcast. We're definitely still doing the podcast, but I'm going to be streaming a lot less, which will be weird. So I'll keep you guys updated. And I might get my wisdom teeth taken out next week. I'm all over the place. And my car's fixed. Oh my God, that's the biggest one. That's the biggest one. My car has technically not been registered for almost 2 months now. And it's finally actually registered. I kept having issues with the smog testing. But oh my God, I'm so happy to have it done. I've been having to drive every time that we go somewhere. And I hate driving. So now I'm finally free to have Robert just chauffeur me around again.
Yep.
And he's also very critical
As
of my
he should
driving,
be.
so...
She's not a good driver, so.
And he lets that be known.
Yeah, anything else super exciting, Miss NASCAR driver?
I'm on my 3rd playthrough of BG3 and I'm doing Dark Urge, and there's some parts that I don't like because of the Dark Urge I couldn't stop myself, so that's annoying. But overall it's pretty fun, and I'm doing it with mods this time. But yeah, what have you been up to?
I
Tell me
have.
the game you've been playing.
I was going to. Thanks for telling me exactly what to do.
I really thought you were going to say nothing. Yeah, I was convinced.
But yeah, so this is actually a game that I might have mentioned before. It was in a demo before. But anyways, Deep Rock Galactic has another game they came out with called Deep Rock Galactic Survivor.
Oh,
So-
I didn't play actual Deep Rock Galactic right now.
Well, it's not. It's a totally different game,
Oh.
just made by the same company.
Okay.
And it's a offshoot of any like vampire survivor type game where essentially you're just like withstanding waves and waves of enemies, and then you like move on and upgrade and stuff like that. So,
Are those kind of idle games or?
no, not at all.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah. But it's pretty cool. I like it because, well, one, I like Deep Rock Galactic.
Yeah.
And so obviously that's pretty cool. And then the game itself is actually also pretty good. I've been playing with you don't really play it with other people, but I've been playing it, and other people have also been playing it, and so we're kind of
I like
like
that.
talking about it and stuff.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Because I don't really necessarily love playing multiplayer sometimes, but it's nice being like we're both playing the same game at the same time.
Yeah.
I like doing that with you actually. Yeah. And be like, what are you doing in the game?
Yeah, it's been pretty cool, pretty chill. Honestly, it's because yeah, it's just like a super relaxed game.
Hmm.
So,
It looks chill from what I've seen whenever I walk over to his desk.
yeah. Besides that, I did have a few things that I wanted to talk about as far as like news for RuneScape this week.
The fact that you're
Um,
saying that with what you have pulled up right now is so weird.
yeah.
Are you gonna mention what this is?
Yeah, I'd recommend checking it out because I will not be doing it justice by explaining
Describing
it.
it.
But anyways, from the actual OSRS
Twitter.
Twitter, I'd recommend go checking out their tweet because they had one for February 14th, which was just yesterday, which was Valentine's Day. And in it, they have a side-by-side picture saying when they ask what I love the most about them and what I'm really thinking, and it's just
Describe what they ask. What is it saying?
what they ask is says, "Oh my God, I love your outfit. There's no one I'd rather PBM with." And then what I'm really thinking, and it shows the backside of a Bloodveld.
A Bloodveld's badoinkadoink. And it was looking thick and juicy, if I do say
I
so
feel like this is
myself.
like exactly what a meme post in like RuneScape would be in like the subreddit, but
And they posted it.
actually tweeted by
Good for you.
OSRS.
I love whenever they actually start doing it themselves.
Yeah. Besides that, though, honestly,
I'm
well,
gonna mention the other Bloodveld one.
no. There wasn't a ton of updates or like
In
things
the
going on
community.
in the community, but someone did mention, and I thought it was kind of funny to look back. Only a year ago, bonds were only 6 mil, and now they're up to over 11 mil.
So ridiculous. I was spending because we do bond giveaways every single week, and with the boss bash, I'm doing a bond giveaway extra every week. Like I'm spending so much money on these. I'm glad I've been saying Tobs and getting money because I'm spending a lot.
Yeah. So maybe you can pick up a few if you are one of the people that enjoy buying bonds with gold, and because the price will probably go up.
Maybe you should just buy it with real money because
Yeah,
it's
probably.
gold, and that's acceptable real world trading.
And the only actual news that people might be interested in is if you are a real OG and enjoy Clan Wars or what Clan Wars used to be, there's going to be a free to play Clan Wars War
Aw.
for everyone that's invited. It's going to be on Saturday, this Saturday, February 17th at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, World 308 in Clan Wars. You can join the CCXX Dark Space Horse,
Hmm.
capital
That's
D,
just a space in
capital
between
H.
them, not the word space.
Yes.
Space horse.
Yeah. So, again, the CC is lowercase XX. Well, actually, I don't think the case
It's
is.
sensitive.
Yeah,
It's
the case
RuneScape.
is sensitive. So either way, it's XX Dark Space Horse,
Yeah, you guys want to go do
and
Clan
you
Wars? It's
can
fun.
join Clan Wars. Yeah, it's free to play, so everyone's gonna be wearing all their low level meme stuff and like rune
Cute.
magic armor, and you're just pretty much gonna be having a good time with people. It's not. I don't think it's meant to be taken serious, although there will be a winner.
Yeah, I'm sure some people will be weirdly serious naturally.
Yeah, so
Always.
I just thought I'd bring it up because I know some people like participating in that whenever it does happen every once in a while. Sometimes people will come together and do that,
Yeah,
but
it's fun.
yeah, not super often.
Yeah.
Besides that, though, that's it. Honestly, there really wasn't, like I said, a lot to talk about this week in the community, and even the update isn't super plentiful this week.
Yeah, that's why I'm glad I had a lot to talk about.
Yeah. Besides that, though, I am sick, so hopefully I'm able to get through this. If not, then
I will take over.
yeah, there we go.
Point at me. One more thing before we get to the update too. We're recording this earlier because Robert called in sick for work. So if you're on YouTube, you're just gonna see weird little stripes of light on our faces.
No, that's actually my
Don't,
tattoo.
yeah, don't mind.
It's
that.
all white.
And it moves. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's a holographic tattoo.
I'm like okay with it until it gets in my eyes. So if we're like moving around all weird, that's why.
But we can move on to Barbarian training. So these are some improvements they made to Barbarian training. Shout out to the 1001 people that pretty much brought this up on a new post every single week in the RuneScape subreddit.
It's a good idea.
Yeah. So anyways, it says love is in the air, and so is pottery dust. As we travel north of Kandarin and engage in some Barbarian training, one of the previous Game Jam projects saw a rework for this beloved content, and today it's ready to launch.
Let's go.
So the first change you'll notice is the Barbarian training is now a mini quest. Thank goodness.
It wasn't. It was just like an extra thing that
Yeah,
hope you know about it.
they're like, hopefully you walk over to this guy, talk to him, and have exactly what he needs.
Yeah, RuneScape's not the kind of game where you just go and talk to NPCs for no reason.
Yeah. Anyways, now it is a mini quest, so you can see where you're at in the progression. It's had a ton of improvements in line with its fancy new title. This includes an overview of dialogue, rework, progression, and a little added polish.
Nice.
We also wanted to add something extra so that those who've already completed Otto's training can gain a little more from this update. You'll now have the option to try a fourth lesson. This is something no one has done, and it's to learn the ways of Barbarian Farming.
Yeah.
This hands-on approach to planting crops lets you smash seeds without a seed dibber and plant them.
Seeds.
Yeah, definitely didn't skip a line there. Allows you to plant seeds without a seed dibber and destroy plant pots after planting trees, and that sounds smashing.
Yeah. I forgot actually to do the plant pot thing, but I don't have to use a seed dibber anymore, and I'm happy about that.
Yeah, it's super nice. And I mean, obviously, I don't know, you might want plant pots, but even Ironmen don't want those, so
No one does.
yeah. Players who have participated in any previous sections will have those parts of the mini quest automatically completed. So if you're feeling adventurous on Valentine's Day, head north of Backstorian Falls and say hello to Otto in his grotto.
In his grotto. Next is Forestry tweaks and changes. So this week is also seeing the launch of some big changes to Forestry, as promised several months ago. I actually made a video on this literally months ago, and finally they're implementing it. So just a reiteration that this is not Forestry Part 3. It is just
kind of is.
It's just small tweaks, like the tree, tweaks and changes. There we go. They're taking the opportunity to address some long-standing player feedback and improve the content overall. So the root of the problem was basically just event items. These useful bits and bobs gave players some measure of control over which events spawned around them, but like a lot of the content we cut from Forestry, players felt it was a bit too much for management for a skill that used to just be chop woods, get logs. It was a lot for some of them, honestly.
Yeah, it was.
Way too much. So our first change is to remove all of the event items from the game. So no more leprechaun charms, no more anything like that.
No more spoons.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it sucks if you didn't mind those, but I know I personally didn't like doing them.
I never made any of them.
I never made a single one either, yeah. I just hoped other people did. And also, this blog was from so long ago that it was before Leagues that they mentioned this. Because during Leagues, I was like, oh, I wish the update was out. But anyway. Existing items have automatically been removed from banks and forestry kits in exchange for gold. Items in group item and storage will be converted the next time a group member opens it. Any offers on the Grand Exchange have been canceled with gold available to collect. Lastly, all references to these items have been removed from both the GE and the skill guide. I do love that they like erase it from ever existing, which is kind of funny.
Yeah. I saw someone make a post, and they had been merching one of the items, and they lost around 40 mil, they say, while merching it because they were selling it or something, and then it just got removed from the game, right?
Yeah.
But they're like complaining that like they should get their money back and stuff like that, but everyone's like, you knew they were going to remove it from the game. They said so weeks and weeks ago.
Yeah.
That they were going to remove all these items from the game.
I'm torn because also they said it months ago. They didn't say when it was going to happen. But yeah, I don't know. They didn't give like a heads up right before, but also like it was going to happen eventually.
Yeah. Yeah. Either way, I don't care.
What do you think?
I don't really care. I mean, if you're merching, that's the risk you take, especially if you're merching an item like that.
That you know is gonna be deleted.
Yeah. They go on to say that as of today's update, events spawning according to a new algorithm. Mm-hmm. So the game tracks the last 2 trees you chopped within a short space of time. Note that it is chops and not logs. So if you're going dry on logs,
don't worry.
It doesn't matter because it's just going to track your trees.
Me being 99, cutting a magic tree for 5 minutes and getting 2 logs.
Yeah, it's going to track your chops. And logging out will reset your tracked trees. So keep that in mind as well. If any events spawn within a set radius of 20 tiles between those 2 trees within 3 minutes of your last chop, you'll be eligible for the event rewards as well as participating in that event. So this prevents people from just hopping from world to world and getting the most XP they can.
Yeah. This means that you will get the full amount of XP and an infused bark and rolls on the unique loot table for that event, so it's well worth sticking around to make the most of your Wood King training. However, if you're not eligible to participate, you will still get woodcutting, but 1 XP per action, and you won't be able to obtain any anima-infused bark or event uniques. But don't worry, you will receive a message in chat telling you if you're not eligible, so you won't be wasting too much time. We reckon that this update will make forestry events a bit more rewarding, and in line with that thesis, we're also increasing the drop rates for all the event uniques in line with woodcutting level. Lastly, we're also removing charges from the Twitcher's gloves. As of today, they're a one-time purchase from the forestry shop, which makes way more sense. Any extra pairs you had lying around will be fully refunded after the update. As a little extra tweet, we've also increased the bonus chance from 10 to 20% of the gloves. Of course, we've also added some Arctic pine trees to the southwest of Relica as well. With that, we have reached the end of our forestry adventure for now, honestly, though. I don't know if they're... Do you think they'll be totally done?
Yeah.
You think so?
I think so.
I don't know. We'll be carefully tending to these changes to make sure the content is in a good place. Meanwhile, we'd like to thank you for all your feedback and hope that you'll be frolicking through Gilnor's Forest for years to come.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is it.
I'm happy that they got rid of it all. Like, I made a video on Part 2 Forestry whenever it came out, and there's so much stuff. So much random stuff. They're like, combine this, and make this.
Yeah, there's like 10 events in the game, so I'm not gonna make... I would, if I ever did make any, it would just be the one that I liked.
Yeah, exactly. Over and over.
Yeah, and obviously, because I'm an Iron Man, you could have just bought them if you cared to do so, but I didn't.
I main account, and I couldn't be bothered buying it.
Yeah.
Like, no.
It was stupid, and I'm glad it's gone. So yeah, as long as you have the kit, you should be able to get some of the events, which is gonna be nice because that's all I had.
True.
This is probably one of the biggest things that it's honestly not that big of a change, and honestly don't know why people complain so much about it, but there was a complaining post about it like every single day on their subreddit, like literally every single day.
The wilderness changes?
The wilderness changes.
Okay.
So this very first one in particular, people would cry about this 50,000 gold so often you'd think 50,000 gold was worth a bond in this game. So they said the fee paid for accessing the wilderness boss caves, all of them, is now only in danger of being lost if the player pays the fee and dies before having left the wilderness. If the player leaves the wilderness after paying the fee and returns to another piece of wilderness content like Scorpia or Rogue's Chest, their fee will not be lost in death.
I mean, I guess if it's happening over and over and over again, it could add up. Or they're broke.
Bro, it's 50k.
They're probably just broke.
Bro. Come on, it's 50k.
I would take my 50k.
Even as an Iron Man, that's not a lot. Like, come on, dude. You guys just gotta play the game more or something.
Oh my god.
But yeah, because I would see...
They have 9 jobs and 12
Bro,
children.
they got 85 dogs and 900 properties to manage. Like, I don't know what's going on. But, yeah, like, I would see a post about this, even unhyperbolically every other day.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So it's like...
some people really just are broke.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's like kind of annoying, but at the end of the day, bro,
not a big deal.
It's 50k. You can high alch items worth way more, like 6 times that much. So, and they're not rare. Anyways, other changes is loot from the Rogue's Chest will now be automatically stored in an open looting bag.
Makes sense.
Nice. And the Ring of Wealth will now double the chance to get a hard clue from the Rogue's Chest in line with its behavior elsewhere.
Yeah, because last week they were like, we're changing it to be more, or get hard clues. And they're like, we're doing that. That was the thing.
And so it's about 1 out of 50 now to get a hard clue.
Awesome. And if you're wearing the ring.
Yeah, if you're wearing the ring. Also, players that already have a hard clue will get a 2-dose prayer potion if you roll this instead.
Okay. Not a very equal equivalent, but okay.
I think so. I mean...
hard clues are like 100k.
Yeah, but you gotta do them.
True, real.
Anyways, and also this allows you to stay there longer.
Yeah, true.
But also... the 1 out of 50 did remind me that they did say that they increased the drop rate for rare items in Forestry, and someone asked about it. And so I think it's 1 out of 99 if you're level 1 woodcutting. Mm-hmm. And this is just off memory. I didn't pull up the subreddit post where I think Sarni or Goblin responded to this. And so at 99, I think it's 1 out of 50.
1 out of 50 for like the fox recolor, stuff like that?
Yeah, stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Like the spoon and for like the egg for the pheasant and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so all that stuff I think is 1 out of 50 if you're 99.
Maybe.
During the event.
Yes.
Specifically. But yeah, besides that we have some other changes.
Yeah, so for official client mobile only, they improved the loot tracker and ground item overlay features. So they added a toggle to break down loot gained from different events separately, and one for untradeable items in the ground item overlay options. Bank keys from PvP deaths are now tracked via the loot tracker. Items in the loot tracker now include links to the OSRS wiki. That's kind of cool. We fixed a bug on mobile, which means you'll no longer have the option to talk to other players' pets. You'll just have to figure out, or just imagine what they're saying like everyone else. Do you think that made anyone sad and they think that they got the pet because they went to talk to it?
No.
That's how you found out you had the Phoenix pet. You saw a Phoenix and you clicked it and it was yours.
Well, it's because I was the only one there. I think I like wasn't even on the correct world.
You're
So
confused though, I remember
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Sanity is now set to max when teleporting away from the Whisperer. Teleblock spells no longer apply the 10-second logout prevention effect to the caster, only the target. Scavengers now drop extra planks and chambers. Scurius's antique lamps now ask players to confirm their choice of skill if it seems unusual. The balancing log near the coal trucks can now be used by more than one player at a time. Bro,
This is apparently really good for Star
I was gonna say
enjoyers.
during stars, I would hop worlds, cross the log, and then hop back to the star world. It was ridiculous. Trader Stan and his colleagues will now clarify that their ships can visit a wider range of destinations than those they've mentioned. The mysterious figure who's supposed to be observing the champion's arena no longer faces away from it. They're just staring at a wall. Queen Elamaria has ordered the planting of new greenery in Varrock Castle to keep people from phasing through the walls.
How dare they?
How dare. And the PvP arena is using Zerker loadouts this week.
Yeah,
But that's it for the updates.
that's it. Honestly, not a lot to go over.
Yeah, probably going to be a short episode, but we do have quite a few Q&As whenever we get to that as well.
Yeah, I mean, which is right now.
Okay. You know, I was pulling up the Reddit, so I was like, are we not doing the Q&A? So are we doing the Q&A?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So our first question then is from Discord, and it is Matt's question. Should weight affect running speed? It's kind of silly that a player with no armor on can't run faster than someone with a full metal armor set and a granite maul. I know weight affects the speed of run energy, but in my opinion, it should affect the speed of running itself. Is that just too hard to implement? The second part kind of confused me, the speed of run energy stuff. But I think it would make sense if when you're in Grace we could run faster. I think it would be too hard to implement because I can't imagine characters just like zooming around even faster. But it kind of reminds me of the next pet because I feel like, I don't know if this is a thing, but I think that the next pet is faster than other pets. Like it moves quicker. I swear to God, it looks like it moves quicker.
Okay.
I really think it does. But yeah, what do you think of that?
I think that it would be probably too tough to balance. That being said, I think it would be okay, not in the way that you said it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So also for clarification, just for because you didn't understand the second part. So your weight doesn't affect how fast you go. It affects how fast your run energy is drained.
Oh, the speed of run energy is what confused me. You meant how fast it drains. Okay.
Yeah.
No.
So that's what they're saying.
So, but just the way it was worded confused me.
Yeah, so that's what he's saying. So
Okay.
he's saying instead of that, it affects how fast you run, not how fast you drain.
Okay.
And so I think this wouldn't work. I think it would work if there were limited time potions, like potions that only worked for 10 seconds that made you faster or something like that.
Yeah.
But I think this would be too hard to balance if it was the way that you're explaining it. How if like you were wearing nothing, you would just be so much faster than if you're wearing other stuff, and it would encourage, I think, weird gameplay where you would feel
Sure.
compelled to drop all of your items
Yeah.
just to run faster during certain parts.
Yeah, the meta would change quite a bit.
Yeah.
I personally just think that they should get rid of having to run out of run energy at all.
Yeah.
Just make it like 99 agility. I'll work for it. I don't care.
Yeah.
I just don't like it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they said they're planning on reworking agility because it's a really stupid skill, and it's just probably going to take like a really long time for them to do
Yeah,
that.
I think agility should just be focused more on shortcuts and stuff,
Yeah.
not necessarily the run.
Yeah, I agree. Also, I forgot to mention this is why I was pulling up the Reddit is Jagex was bought by a different company.
Saying last week, we're like, it's probably they're just talking. Who knows? The next day they were sold.
Yeah, they were sold for around a billion
Yeah, nearly.
real life GP.
Jesus Christ.
And honestly, this doesn't really affect any players, which is why I don't think it's that big of news.
Yeah.
It's pretty much just a new person owns the company, and they're going to continue just doing whatever they are doing.
Just trying to make money off of it.
Yeah, so honestly, I doubt anything is going to really change, so that's why it's not that big of news.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's all I have to say in addition to that. And agility is stupid, so.
Oh, cool. Okay. Our next question is from Harger on Discord. So Harger said, it's really unrealistic that all the enemies in OSRS only kill you but never eat you. I mean, sure, maybe some of them are vegetarian, but do you really think every dragon in the game doesn't want to eat the player it just killed? What if OSRS introduced a mechanic where your items you drop upon death are sometimes eaten by the NPC who killed you? In order to get them back, you have to kill the NPC. I think this would be especially interesting for bosses. For a dragon, that's unfair because you have no idea which dragon is the one that killed you in your return. You'd have to kill potentially dozens in order to figure out which one stole your gear. But for KBD, Calpha Queen, etc., it could be really interesting. I think this would be fun. I don't think it's something that they'd ever do. But I do think it'd be kind of like a fun little thing that you're like, all right, now I have to go in like this weird gear and try to figure out how to kill this boss. But I also think that's why they wouldn't implement it. Because some bosses are so specific, like Calpha Queen, you know? If you're using your best gear and Calpha Queen just ate it all, like, you're not going to go and kill it a different way, probably.
Yeah.
It would be a fun little challenge, though.
Yeah, I don't think this is possible. But I think, if anything, this might be able to be implemented in the wilderness in some way.
Oh.
Because, I mean,
The Chaos Ellie absorbs it.
yeah, like maybe if they make PVM monsters even more valuable sometime, they can make it so, like, if you die in a PVM encounter, you still lose items, kind of like getting PK'd.
Yeah.
But maybe to not the same extent. So
You
it's
can
just
go
like,
get it back by killing it again, though?
no, you just lose it.
Oh, that's scary. Okay.
Yeah, like PKing, like it would just be gone.
It's adding, that's wilderness content. That's it.
Yeah, because I mean, I think that'd be interesting because that would also make it more like, the give and take type of thing. But I know a lot of people wouldn't like it, obviously. But
Yeah, I think it'd be like, it's funny to imagine it. And it would be like a fun little challenge to try with different gear. But realistically, I don't think it'd be great to add to it.
yeah, I think if there was a game mode like that potentially, but
Yeah, I was kind of thinking like a game mode, but I don't know how that, I don't know. Maybe a thing during leagues, because leagues are busted anyway.
yeah, this kind of it reminds me of like Escape from Tarkov because
Oh.
like the enemies don't like keep your stuff in the same way, and it's like not PV. Actually, it's kind of funny because this actually kind of does happen in Tarkov. So
Okay.
like what happens is sometimes enemies will die or like you'll kill a dude, and then like a bot, a scav will walk over, and like literally the scav bot AI will pick up the items from the dead dude you just killed and start using it.
That's funny. I
Yeah.
actually like that because I was just thinking about like BG3 and RuneScape and stuff. Like, you kill these things and take their stuff. It'd be hilarious if they kill you and take your stuff.
Yeah.
They just like bandage, just like equipping your gloves or something.
Yeah.
I don't think
Also,
it would make sense. It wouldn't never happen in the
no.
game, but it would be really funny.
Yeah, that's why I think like it'd be interesting if they had it in a different game mode. I don't think you'd be able to implement it in the base game in a
Yeah,
meaningful way.
I agree with that for sure.
But so it's kind of like Deadman in that way. But maybe just don't make it as annoying as Deadman. Like,
Real.
I don't know, maybe only in PVM encounters or something like that. And it's obviously because Deadman would still have that, so you don't want to just copy it. So if there was like a PVM version of Deadman, maybe that would be interesting.
Yeah.
Because then it's like if you mess up, then you pay the consequences. But
Yeah, I'm not, that'd be kind of cool, like in Deadman mode. I'm not opposed to that.
yeah,
And because I don't play Deadman mode. Hee hee.
yeah.
Our next question from Discord is from Wraith. What would you do if you owned a rotten potato for 1 hour and could not use it for profit? I did not know what a rotten potato was, and I saw this and I was like, what what do you mean if I just had a rotten potato? Rotten potato is basically like an item used by developers. I don't even know if they still use it, but it was something like I saw on the wiki from like the early 2000s. And basically it's like Robert described as a god weapon. You could click something and be like, max all my skills. Give me all this gear. Take away everything that I own and stuff like that. So Wraith said some options that he would do. transmog into top bosses and sneak up on unsuspecting players. Pop up out of nowhere as players open raid chests and spawn balloons and fireworks. That one's kind of cute. I like that.
Yeah.
Transmog into a pet that a player doesn't have and just follow them around. Wipe the inventories of GE scammers and accounts that look sus. Teleport to locations around the game that are inaccessible to normal players. I thought that one was actually kind of cool too, because that's the thing I always have in games. I see the areas that I know are just so like they just like blend naturally, but I'm like, man, I wish I could go there. So that'd be fun. I also thought that wiping the inventories of GE scammers and accounts that look sus was funny, because it's like you're playing God. You're like, I decide who looks sus and I delete them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what you do?
Yeah.
Okay, what'd you do?
I think it'd be funny to have this, so I would just like max my character, which I think would probably just take like a couple minutes.
Not even a couple. You could just click it to max it immediately.
Yeah, exactly. But I would like max it. So I'd be 200 mil all hardcore with all the Grandmaster achievements, and I'd be the first one in the world or whatever. So I think that'd be kind of funny.
You're so funny.
And everyone would be like, oh, I don't know how this dude just appeared out of nowhere on the leaderboard, but he's got, like 200 mil everything, and he's like done all the achievements.
Wait, what's your...
That's I wrote in.
I wrote in, yeah.
But yeah, so I think that'd be pretty funny, and I think I would also do the same thing, and I would like go to the GE, and anyone that just looked relatively annoying, I would just ban them.
You guys are just playing God with this.
Well, yeah, and then I would also go to like relatively populated areas with AFK people, so like the GE, Vyres, sand crabs, like places like that. I would just spot Jad.
They just come back from like going and getting a snack while they're AFKing, and Jad is just standing there.
Yeah, I'll just spawn Jad, and Jad would just start killing everyone.
No, why killing? You just want to kill everyone.
It would be an aggressive player.
Oh my god, I thought you meant like just go there and stand there. You're so funny.
Like if you're paying attention, you can just, perfectly pray against Jad, and it's not a big deal. But if you're like straight up AFK, then you'll just die.
Oh my god, I would die.
Okay.
I will just go and turn AFK and then like go to the store.
Yeah.
I like that though.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
I was trying to think of what I would do. I think I'm annoying, so I think I would make myself into like NPCs or maybe even like random event people and just go follow people around, but they can't dismiss me. So I'm just like yelling at them over and over again about how I made them sandwiches. I like that. Or just like an NPC just going and following them around. Like the wise old man is just like trailing after them everywhere they go. I think that'd be fun. I just like being annoying. And I just want to annoy people.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I liked the idea also of like the spawning balloons and fireworks at Chambers Chest. Thought that was cute. Celebratory. I like it.
Yeah, I think it's funny. I would want to do something like this, but I wouldn't have the time in an hour. But I think they had something like this in WoW. But at least I've heard stories about it in certain games where like people don't get banned sometimes, and sometimes they'll just get sent to like kind of like the void. So they get sent to like just places that there's nothing and no one, and you can't leave.
Is that not just banned?
No, because you still have your account.
You could move around in this void.
Yeah, well, you can move around. You just can't you can't leave. You can't do anything. Like it'll be like an island or something.
That's like ominous.
Yeah,
what?
yeah. I've seen stuff like that happen in certain games where like they don't ban people and they just like mess with them by like
sending them to the void.
Sending them to like
So you just go visit them at the void and be like, what's up?
No, not really. You just know that they're sent there and their account's pretty much worthless now.
Oh no, but if you had a rotten potato, you would go to the void.
Oh, I'll just send a bunch of people there.
Oh, you'd send them? Oh my god.
Oh
demonic.
yeah.
I thought you'd go.
Instead of like banning all these like scammers and stuff, I would just send them to the void.
The void. To be fair, if they're bots, would they even know if they're in the void, or would they just keep trying to like do the spam messages?
Well, a lot of these players aren't bots. A lot of the players at the GE are like players. Yeah, like they're players.
I don't know how it works.
They have like illegal like things that auto type for them.
So, like script whatever.
Yeah. But I think most of the time they are real people. Like they'll be like Venezuelans or whoever's trying to scam people, but they're usually real people.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think the bots are usually people that are like not saying anything and like killing stuff or skilling and stuff like that. I
thought that was more real people.
No, because I think it's easier to bot that than like botting the trading transactions.
Yeah. Our final question this week is an in real life question from Hariger on Discord. So when is the last time you sprinted as fast as you could in non-athletic clothing? Hariger said, I sprinted as fast as I could today to make it to the trolley before it took off. I saw it coming and I knew I'd have to run to make it. So I started sprinting down the street for about 30 seconds with a suit and a backpack on and made it. It's pretty common in Vienna though, so people didn't look at me weird. Were you last time?
Like, never.
No, I actually know it's wrong because my last time was with you at our old job. Maybe it wasn't fully sprinting. This was so weird. I was talking about this the other day on stream. At our old job on breaks, we'd be bored and we'd be wearing like regular clothes, like jeans and t-shirts, and we would just run around the block at work. It was so weird because we had multiple buildings on the block and we'd run past the other one and people would be like on their breaks and they'd be like, oh, I should do that. And just watching us run. I'm like, it's just really weird that we did that. And then we just go back to work and be like sweating profusely. It's kind of gross.
But that's running.
That was running for me.
No, I know.
Oh, sprinting.
You said sprinting.
Okay, I don't have a sprinting one because I don't ever sprint.
Yeah, it was like very different.
If I'm running late for something, if I have to run, or if I have to sprint to it, I feel like my first thought wouldn't be, I'm going to sprint towards it. I'd think, well, I guess I'm going to be a little bit late.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just a late kind of person.
Well,
what's the last time you ran then? Or jogged?
Fairly often to like get to my car.
Really?
Yeah, so I can get to my car and then get to the trolley on time.
Are you like running late often?
I'm
asleep.
Yeah, kind of. Not so much anymore, but yeah, like
At first.
the thing is it's a trolley thing because like it doesn't wait, so it's like you have to at least be early.
Yeah.
So it's not like
saying literally.
yeah, it's not like I don't know if there hasn't been a time where I've been like late.
You've never missed it?
But the thing is, you can't be on time for the trolley. Generally, you don't show up and it is there at the same time unless you're extremely lucky.
Yeah.
And at that point, you're probably also late anyways because it's probably going to take off before you can get to it.
Because it's not very consistent with the time, right?
No, so it's like you have to be early. So that's why.
Same.
But yeah. Besides that, no, I don't. The last time I ever just straight up sprinted was like 6 years ago.
Yeah.
At the gym.
Oh. I literally don't know the last time I sprinted.
Yeah. And I mean, obviously I was wearing like gym clothes, so it wouldn't count for this, but that was the last time I just sprinted in general.
Yeah.
So maybe the last time I sprinted in non-athletic clothes was like high school or something.
Yeah, I just don't think that there's ever been a time where I wanted to, because I'm more like trying to run for longer rather than trying to run quickly.
Yeah, well, usually it's not a want, it's a need.
True. Okay, fair.
Yeah.
I've never needed to either.
Yeah, but anyways, no, probably not, and I try not to.
Yeah, I will try to not do it again, especially in a suit. That sounds very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
I mostly just don't want to get injured.
Yeah, true. And then if you like also like fell or got injured while wearing a suit too, you'd mess up your outfit.
Yeah.
Could be all bad.
Oh, besides that, I have one that I thought would be interesting because we've seen...
A question?
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is from the Reddit, and this has like come up a couple times.
Yeah.
And a couple people's different renditions of it. But if there was an ornament kit for bandos that covered your whole body, like how, armor typically does, would you use it?
No. Part of the reason why I like bandos is because it's so unique looking and different and like kind of cute. Bandos is kind of cute. It's like a crop top with a skirt. I love it.
Okay.
I would not ever. I would do something to make it look maybe less beige, but that's it.
Yeah. I don't know what color. Is it gray?
It's like brownish gray.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a very bland color.
Okay. Yeah, I was just wondering because I saw it and was like, I wonder if other people would want it.
I don't think I'd like it because that's the thing I don't like about Torva is that Torva is so like weird.
Yeah. That's kind of what I don't
blocky.
like about like tradition, like all of the armors that are in the game, like they're traditional, but they cover all of your body.
Yeah, it kind of gets rid of any customization you have. Like my character's blue, so I just like to see the blue because it's fun.
Yeah. That actually just made me think, like, what would you think about like if they had different types of armor that was in the same tier, but for different regions, like maybe Kandarin and Al-Kharid had rune armor or dragon armor, but it was like in their fashion, like
That'd be cool.
it wasn't like red like dragon armor or something like that, but it was like the equivalent stats just in a different region.
I think that'd actually be nice. That reminds me of like colorful gracefuls,
Yeah.
Because I really like Fashionscape. I really enjoy looking at like the cool outfits people put together. And if it was just like making stuff they use all the time look like different, that could be kind of cool.
Yeah.
What do you think? Would it be too much?
No, I think it'd be cool. I think this is kind of what we were going to, or what we were talking about last week, where it's like, why don't they add like random fashion things
Yeah.
into the game? Like maybe it could only come from TOA, but if you did TOA, some of the alchables you could get would be like, you know how like Saradomin rune armor exists?
Yeah.
It'd be like that, but it'd be like the TOA version, and it
And they
would,
can look different because all of those are the same, but their trim is slightly different, I
yeah, like
think.
if it just looked like, what you'd expect a Egyptian warrior to wear, that would
That'd
be
be
kind of
cool.
cool.
That would be cool. I don't
It would make
see them
sense.
doing anything like that.
No, of course not.
It'd be too much, but it would look nice. I'll give you
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Also, I wonder what it would be like. 'Cause I was thinking about like Masori. Masori doesn't even really give me like desert vibes.
Maybe the regular one does. The fortified less so.
Yeah.
I actually sold my regular. I had regular Masori that I was saving up till whenever I could get a Zenite crossbow, or Zerite,
Yeah, Zerite.
and I ended up selling and getting declaws instead for Taub. Yeah, but I really like how Masori looks. I would be interested in seeing other styles like that.
Yeah.
Bandos, but make it
I think
like deserty.
I think they could have done something like that for Varlamore because they have like all the gladiator stuff. Like they could have added like a cool looking rune set
Yeah.
or something because it's for mid-level characters as well.
Ooh, true.
But I mean, they're not going to, so they could have done
Well, they're
like,
getting all those other sets, which do look nice, to be fair. All the
yeah,
themed ones.
yeah, they could have done like more like partial armor, like the bandos, like a cuirass or like all like the traditional gladiator helmets. There's a game back in the day that I used to play a lot, and I loved it. And it was called Gladius, and they had a bunch of really cool armors in that game.
Yeah, that
But
sounds like something you'd play.
it was actually like a turn-based game.
Really?
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah, it was pretty cool. But anyways, I thought that would be kind of interesting, but
Yeah.
I don't know why I got into that. Anyways, feel free to ask us questions on any of our socials, which are.
Yeah, sorry, I got distracted. If you're watching this on YouTube, our green screen has like white slashes on it from the sun shining. It looks so weird. Our Twitter and TikTok are Bunebapeosrs. Our Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch are all Bunebape. I stream 5 days a week at twitch.tv/Bunebape, so you could stop on by. Sorry that this is a shorter episode. He's not feeling well. I'm also just like too lazy to make it longer myself right now,
And
so
there's also just not a ton to
there's
go over this week.
there's not so much to go over. Sorry. I thought that there'd be more updates. Otherwise, maybe I would have tried to get a guest on this week, but too late.
Yeah. So hopefully this will suffice for the time being, but hopefully we do longer episodes next time.
Yeah. And remember, if you are listening to this before 8 p.m. Pacific Standard on February 16th, stop by for my stream and I'll be in cosplay and try to do Nightmare with us. Even if you've never done it, you're invited. You could come join.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's going to be it from us. Hopefully you all enjoyed it, and we'll see you all.
Very soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.